Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of Loosely Unscripted. I'm your host, Cameron, alongside
Jackson, co-host.
co-host.
Co-host Jackson.
Yeah, sorry, I said host. I didn't mean to upset you.
It's okay.
I meant co-host. Deep down, I meant co-host, but
Good.
I do apologize. But yeah, we're back. Sorry for the absence. Last week we took a week off for holiday purposes.
Easter.
Yeah, holiday purposes.
Yeah.
If you celebrate any of those holidays, I don't know what else is. What are there substitutes for Easter? I know that some people. Is there anything like around that time?
I could not tell you.
Well, if you celebrate Easter, then that's why we were off. But if not, we were just off for a week. So yeah, we're back. Episode 30, I believe.
Is
took
it
a week off? Nothing really changed. We're still the same. Still the same people. Nothing any different.
No, actually, we're completely different. We've changed a lot.
We changed co-hosts.
We're changing the name again. We're changing the name of the podcast again. We've moved. I've moved actually.
Yeah. So
again,
I don't recall what we decided to change it to. If you can ring my
I think it was
bell of that'd be helpful.
I think it was food truck podcast people.
The Crispies.
Food truck.
The Crispies. Don't hate on the Crispies. Are you coming at the Crispies already?
No.
You better not be, because the Crispies are my passion. That is my passion. Okay.
It's our passion.
Well, it was my passion first.
It's our shared passion now.
Sorry. I didn't mean to get upset.
It's okay.
But yeah, we're back.
You're very sensitive about your pepperoni crisps.
I'm a little nervous, to be honest. I think that someone is gonna listen to the episode. Someone like super big, like someone on Shark Tank, is gonna listen to it, and they're gonna steal
Mark.
Yeah, and they're gonna steal our idea.
Cuban.
Yeah, and they're gonna steal our idea, and then once they steal our idea, we don't have pepperoni crispies anymore because our idea was stolen.
Now Mark Cuban has pepperoni crispies.
Yeah, or that scary guy. I forget his name. The guy that the old guy. I can't remember his name though.
Is he bald?
Yeah, sort of, and he kind of looks like the penguin.
Oh, I don't know his name either, but I know who you're talking about. Oh, isn't his name like Mr. Fantastic?
Shark Tank people. Let me look. No offense, Mr. Shark Tank guy. Kevin O'Leary.
Don't they call him something like Mr. Wonderful or something?
Something like that. I don't know what it is. I don't really watch it. We watched it a few times for one of my classes, but I didn't. Really
I've watched so many episodes of it on YouTube. I watch like
just for fun.
Yeah, of awful ones, like the worst ones ever on Watch Mojo.
Oh yeah,
Watch Mojo.
Watch Mojo. I haven't watched one of their videos in a while. Oh well,
I haven't either actually. But yeah, the Shark Tank ones are so good.
Yeah. Well, maybe I should check them out for the worst ones. But let's get right into our win of the week, which we do every week now. Most of the times, which we try to do them every week. Yeah, win of the week. Go. You go first. Do you have one already?
Oh.
Do you have one, young boy?
No, I didn't think of one. I think
we should make a graphic that every time you yawn, like make it a tally. I think it's got to be at least like 6 or 7 every episode. I think
I get tired easily at night because I wake up early. I woke up at like 6:30 this morning.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of yawning. I mean, just get
a little tally. Yawning.
Get a little tally right under you and just like boop boop yawn.
Boop. Not funny.
If
didn't laugh.
No. Okay.
Just
I mean, if you
tally for that every time.
If you don't have a win of the week, I can go. I think I have one.
No, I do.
Oh,
hold on. Make a tally for every time Cameron makes an unfunny joke.
I'll put that under mine, and you can have your tally for yawn. Is that fine? Does
that
make you happy?
Yeah, my win of the week is probably yesterday. I got to play guitar a lot in church, which was pretty fun. Oh, whoa! Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. If you're watching,
I moved around
lighting,
much.
Just flickered.
Completely changed. I played I played 6 songs from yesterday for church. The first song I played was in the morning, and then at youth I played like 3 songs, and then we had another service at night where I played 2 songs. And the reason it's my win of the week is because I love playing guitar, obviously, and singing and like doing worship, and it was like good practice because like I'm going to be leading worship over the summer, which I mentioned last episode, I think. But
Yeah. If you listen to last week's episode, you know that Jackson is doing the leading of the worship. Took me a second to get that out. Sorry. Is that your entirety of your win of the week, or do you have more?
Yeah, but that was. I mean, it's been 2 weeks since like I could have like 2 wins. Dang, I'm sorry. I had Alfredo for Din Din. No, that
Well, if you
that's
listened to
it.
last
That's my
episode too,
win.
you knew about our Jackson's Alfredo dishes.
Alfredo.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
I
just
said mac
plugging
and
we're
cheese.
just plugging old episodes now. I mean,
It's
just
just an
last week's
excuse
episode.
to go watch our old ones. Okay. Anyways, your win.
My win is actually another music related thing. I feel like my recommendations tend to be music things, but it's kind of a bittersweet win of the week because Brockhampton released their new album, Roadrunner. It's called like Roadrunner New Light, New Machine, something like that. New Machine, New Light. But it's bittersweet in the sense that there's only one more Brockhampton album after this one, so they are no longer going to be together. I don't know. The main guy, Kevin Abstract, kind of just like came out and said, "Hey, these are the last 2 Brockhampton albums." I think it has to do something with it's the last like albums they have technically on contract with the whoever they're contracted with, and I guess maybe they just don't want to feel forced to put things out. So maybe they want to put things out on their own time type of thing. Which, I mean, Kevin and Joba and all of them, like Matt Champion and all of them, they do like solo stuff too. Kevin more than the other ones, but maybe they're just going to lean towards more solo stuff, which kind of sucks because I like them all together, but I don't know. So it's a bittersweet, but yeah, go stream Roadrunner. It's great. I think it's their best album, personally. And so
I don't know any albums by them, so I can't say.
Saturation Trilogy from Brockhampton, Iridescence, All American Tragedy, maybe All American something. Yeah, those are their 5, I think. And then Ginger, forgot about Ginger, 6 and then 7. So they have 7, and there'll be an 8th one coming. So, yeah,
Dang,
that's my win of the week because it came out on Friday and it did not disappoint. I was a little worried about the first song because the first song the one that you said you listened to, I wasn't too set on that one, but then they released a different single and I was like, okay, I like this one. And then the whole album, pretty solid. So yeah, that's my win of the week.
what's your rating for it?
Honestly,
out of 10.
I'd give it a solid 9. Maybe on a good day, like when I first listened to it, I was kind of just like, okay, it's got some good stuff. But then I listened to it again, and I was like, oh, okay, it got better.
Yeah.
And then the next time, I was like, okay, it got even better. So I mean, it could still improve for me, but as of right now, I think it's a solid 9, maybe an 8.5. 8.5, I'll go with that. So it has room for improvement because there is Kevin announced yesterday, I believe. He's kind of like the main guy in the group. That there is a deluxe version coming out. So, and I'm hoping.
Just for a point of reference, what would you give a 10? What album would you give a 10?
What album would I give a 10? That's the thing, though. I don't think that there's any album or anything that's a 10. I don't think anything can be a 10. Like if someone asks you, rate this person on an attractiveness scale, like 1 to 10, I can't give them a 10. Nobody's 10. Nobody's perfect. So there's always going to be a flaw in something. So I can't give an album a 10. But I think, like, for me, something that's pretty high up there is like I don't know, Darkness on the Edge of Town is probably up there for like close to perfect. And I don't know, I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but I'll get back to you guys next week. I'll make a list of some albums that I think are near perfect. And I'll get back to you guys on that. But yeah, I think that for relative, I think Darkness on the Edge of Town, I would rate that like 9.5, 9.6 maybe.
Yeah. If you're asking me, which I know you are.
Sure. Yeah, I'd love to ask you.
I would say, I mean, obviously.
Yeah, it's back there.
Oh,
if you're watching, it's back there behind him. It's the one in the middle. It's the one in the middle.
Oh, where is it?
I'm pointing it out for him. Yeah, right there. If you're watching, that's the album that I was referencing.
I would say.
Well, before you answer this, do you believe in 10 out of 10 albums? Do you think there's a such thing as a perfect album? Answer that question before you say anything else. I think it's a tricky question because I think that I mean, you
It
can.
depends on how you define it perfectly. Like,
Yeah.
like when it comes to like the story of the album, or does it have to do with the technical proficiency of the album?
Yeah. So okay.
So,
So
in the case of technical proficiency, I like saying that. Feels like a big smart thing to say.
fancy
Basically,
technical proficiency here. Continue.
I would say no to that because I feel like that's not what music is, and I don't like stuff like that. Like
So wait,
guitars, like
you don't think there's a perfect album? Or you don't think there's perfect?
when it comes to rating it in that way.
That there you're saying there's not a perfect.
Well, but there is, I think, when it comes to rating the
I think you've
to rating
confused
it
me.
based on. Okay, if you're looking at albums,
Okay, yes. I'm looking at albums.
if you're
Okay.
looking at an album based on its musicality,
Mm-hmm.
I think that there is no perfect album.
Okay.
Okay, you got me. If you're looking at an album based on the story behind it and the meaning of the lyrics and what it conveys as a whole, I think that there is a perfect album. And when you combine some of those things,
Combine? I think
I
you
would
said
just say combine.
I think you said combine.
My
You can continue.
answer for a 10 out of 10 album is Daylight by Need to Breathe.
Okay. So you do believe in a perfect album.
When it when you combine these
technically
things,
by your standards, if you put them together, to be perfect, it would have to be 20 out of 20. And so it can't be perfect.
don't
So it can't be
don't
perfect.
ask.
Okay. We're just going to go with
Look,
it. Jackson thinks that albums can be perfect, but also not perfect at the same time. Very confusing. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
I think that if one were to listen through the album Daylight by Need to Breathe start to finish several times, then they would be able to see where I'm coming from.
They would understand your perfectness that you're talking about. That's not actually perfect, but is.
Perfectness?
Yeah.
You said perfectness. Don't you mean perfectness?
Whatever. Same thing. Potato, potato, tomato, tomato. You said
You dummy.
You said combine.
That's different.
Moving on. Is that all you have to say about that? Your perfectness?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this doesn't segue at all into our minor topic that we have to talk about.
How did we get here?
Yeah, how did we get here? I don't know. We're just following our loosely based outline. But we are here to talk about, before our ad, what is the best or worst thing about your work/school? Thank you to Random Topic Generator once again for helping us come up with these ideas. We salute you. Thank you for whoever comes up with these random topics for us to shuffle as well. But yes, Jackson, would you like to go first? If not, I do have a lot to say.
No, you go first. I'll let you go first.
So here at my institution of Virginia Tech, they do a lot of things that I believe could be done easier, such as register for classes and anything related to keeping track of your money and your account, or like all this other stuff. So it's all under this Hokey Spa thing, which is super complicated, like, because you got to click through all these things. And I've seen other colleges and their stuff, and it's super simple. So I don't really know what Tech's doing. Like, it's almost the website that it's designed for, like that it's on, looks like it's from like the early 2000s too. It looks super like generic.
Mhm.
It doesn't look fancy at all. And I mean, maybe that was the intention, or maybe they just don't want to update it. I don't know. I'm not calling you out, Tech, here, but I think you can do better. I've heard a lot of complaints from students about the Hokey Spa and the lack of direction that it gives you a lot of the times. Because like I try to there's certain, like, to apply for a minor, you got to go through all these different like hoops and stuff or whatever. And then like you got to apply for it, which is fine. But then you got to figure out who you got to send it to, and then you got to figure out who that goes to. And then once you get that, you got to sign up for the Hokey Spa thing and figure that out, blah, 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 blah. It's just very complicated. And I think it could be a lot simpler. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work here for Virginia Tech, and I'm gonna make this better. Which segues into our later topic. No, I'm just kidding. It does it would segue into our later topic, but that's not.
Oh,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not working here. No, nothing on you, Tech. That's not what I want to do. But yeah, I just think it could be done easier, like better.
It seems like it's
better design. If I could show you guys,
system.
if I could show you guys what it looked like, I would, because you wouldn't understand any of it. And we did for orientation, we did a thing about it, and I went through everything, and I still don't know what any of the things mean. Like,
yeah, it seems like that they haven't really put much effort into it.
Yeah, and this isn't relevant. Actually, no. I'll talk about that after our ad before we get into our main topic. Jackson, what do you think your best/worst thing about your work or school? Be careful what you say here. Don't get fired from your job.
I was going to say something about work, but it's not
say
bad.
Something best about it. Like something good about it.
Okay, I guess I'll do that instead.
Yeah. I was the downer this episode. You can be the work is great in this episode.
The best thing about work.
I just realized not to interrupt you. I just realized we skipped story time.
Whoops.
We will get to story time after this topic. So yeah, keep going.
The best part of my work is the people I work with. I really enjoy the people I work with a lot. And the other night I was closing, as in Saturday night, if you were wondering, because the restaurant closes at 10. And usually we don't get out, I don't know, past 11. It's typically past 11, sometimes close to midnight. But what was I saying?
I don't know where you're going with that. You said you like the people you work with.
There's this guy who was not closing that night, and he went out and bought us all milkshakes from Cookout.
Not from Chick-fil-A?
And we had them. No, we had already cleaned the ice cream machine.
Oh.
But we had them, and that was very nice.
It was very nice.
I had cookies. No. Eminem. And
what did you just say?
Eminem.
You said Eminem. Are you all right? Are you about to pass out? Are you having a stroke?
I was so tired.
You're speaking super monotone. You're like, so today I got.
What is happening?
There, you came back.
It was my first day back at school. Look, I'm tired. I get plenty of sleep. I get
just a tired person.
Between 8 and 9 hours of sleep every night.
I mean, that's pretty good. More than I get usually.
But I don't know.
I think you're just
a tired person. They just wore me out.
You're just a tired person.
Let me finish.
Sorry. Continue your Eminem
It's because the reason I'm so tired is because work wore me out last week.
Yeah.
I worked a lot more than I usually do.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, get more money.
That's just the fact.
Get more money.
That's just the facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, the best part about work is the people I work with. So there.
That's good.
There you have it.
That's good. I'm glad that you enjoy the people you work with. But this I was looking forward to telling this story. And it happened a few days ago, I believe 2 or 3. So basically, the way that 2 things happened actually. It was a rough day for me. So the first thing that happened, Andrew, my roommate, so there's this stage part, and then there's this lower part of the dining area. And so I had my food or whatever, and I was walking to the stage part, and usually I just take a step up there because it's easiest. And so my foot got caught and I face planted in front of everyone. So that was funny. And I don't get embarrassed as a person really, so I kind of just laughed off or whatever, and no one really cared, and Andrew laughed at me and it was fine. But then later that day, so it was a rainy day, and it was nighttime at the time because Andrew parks his car at different locations because he's only having his car here for the last month so he can take it back with him. He didn't want to pay for a whole parking pass because it's $500. So he parks his car somewhere else. So we were going to get it because we had to go somewhere. I forget where we were going. We had to go somewhere, and we were going to get his car. So he was riding his bike, and I was riding my board. And so there's this hill, and I would like to note that I am not very good at stopping on my board, and it's also raining and dark. So we're going down this hill, and I just start losing control, and Andrew's like behind me, and I'm just like starting to weave, and I think I was going at least 20 miles an hour. What? Where did Jackson go? So yeah, I was going 20 miles an hour, I think, down that hill, and like I was flying, and so I was losing control. I had one leg, so imagine like, so you know like the Karate Kid, how he did like the leg thing up or whatever. That's basically what I was doing, because like I was trying to stop
The
myself.
crane kick.
Yeah, I was basically doing the crane kick because I had my leg up and I was trying to stop myself, but like I couldn't because I was going down a hill. So of course I lose control and I fall off, and the board goes flying, and I do like a barrel roll and like slide for like 20 feet probably, because I was going fast down that hill. And Andrew comes up to me and he says, "You fell." And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Yeah, I did." And he was like, "Your board went pretty far." And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I'll go get it." And then he went and got it. And so yeah, I had to spend the rest of the night because we had to go to I think, yeah, it was Kroger. We were going to Kroger because we had to get Margaret needed something, which is Andrew's girlfriend. She needed something. I forget what it was. And then we also got me some hydrogen peroxide to pour on my wounds because my hands were all cut up. My arm was messed up. My shin was messed up. The side of my
Sounds
leg was
awful.
messed up. Yeah, I slid super far. And the funniest thing is that there was a car that was there.
On the
And
road?
yeah, but there was someone getting out of the car when I fell off, and I almost took them out. And like they like just jumped out of the way because they were like getting out of the truck, and they jumped while I was like
It jumped.
like rolling and sliding at them, and they were like, "Whoa, what is happening?" So yeah, that's what happened. I was pretty banged up a little bit. I had none of my clothes ripped actually. My underwear did rip. I'm not really sure how that happened.
What?
That ripped, but like not my shirt or my sweatshirt or my pants. So not really sure how that worked, but it happened.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, it's not as good. It's not
Glad
as
you're all
good.
right.
It's not as good as the story of you falling off your bike on the bridge, and then me ramming into you. Go check out that episode. It's like episode 18 or something, 17. somewhere around there.
Yeah, get into it.
Get into it, and then Jackson falls. And we're not gonna tell you. You go listen to it. You go listen to it. I'm sure you already know it too. But yeah, that was a
That
good
was
one.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's a
That
good
was the
one.
hardest I'd laughed in a hot minute.
Yeah, and then he continued to fall off the road. I mean, it was kind of
Oh,
like
did
me.
I?
Yeah, you fell off a few times. It was kind of like me. That it was just a rough day. You fell
Mhm.
once, and you just fell a few times, and that's what happened to me. I fell at the dining hall, face plant. My
Then do it
milkshake
again
kind
on
of flew a little bit,
skateboard.
and then I fell off. I fell off my skateboard, my longboard actually technically, but yeah, I went. It was pretty gruesome, if I do say so.
Blood
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, I was bleeding out on the ground. But yeah, here, give me your story time now. Wait, before you say that, this is going to be a condensed episode since we haven't been back for a week. So we're just making a smaller episode to get back at it. So we're not having a main topic today. We had a minor topic, which is now our main topic. So I guess we do have a main topic. So Jackson, now on with your story time. I apologize.
My story time has to do with my spring break.
You
What?
were swiveled in.
What? Why are you laughing at me?
All right, continue.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. Did you forget?
So for my spring break,
I thought you forgot.
on Monday, I went to Longwood University, and the drive out there was nice. It was a nice drive, and I got there, had a little presentation, and then walked around the camp. What?
The way you said you're like presentation.
Had a little prezi, walked
Yeah.
around the campus,
Yeah.
and I like it a lot.
That's
So
great
I would like to study education there.
I would like to study my I would like to see myself there in a couple of years studying the education.
I'd like to go into the field of education.
By educating yourself at that
I would like to
institution.
educate. I would like to
Or
educate
university.
myself to educate others.
Yeah.
It's a nice college. It's a nice college. I got a T-shirt and socks
Woo!
and a lanyard that says Longwood.
Oh, you must really like it then.
Next day, Pocahontas State Park with my friend Logan. Shout out to him if he's listening, because I know he listens.
Shout out to you, Logan. I don't know you.
So we went to.
Seem like a nice guy.
Yeah, so we went to Pocahontas State Park, and the trail we were gonna walk was only supposed to be 6 miles. It's the longest one there. Well, we're 4 miles into the trail, and we get to this like dam. It's like there's like somewhere you're supposed to cross, and there's water like right there, but you can't cross the dam. There's not a bridge on the dam, but there was a sign that said like go down here. It was like pointing down or something, and it was like cross the river, but like be careful. So we go down there, and there's no bridge. And like we saw people on the other side, so I guess they just expected us to walk through the river, but it was deep and it was going really fast. So we were like, nah.
Rapids.
So then, yeah. So then we try to go back. We were like, I don't want to do all that again because it's gonna be 8 miles. So we tried to find a shortcut. Ends up being 9 miles. So it was okay. We accidentally walked on.
It's a good walk.
Well, we found this trail and we were walking on it, and then we come out the trail, and there's a sign that says "Do not enter, bikes only." But then we continued on the trail, and then, but we finally made it back. Then had some Chick-fil-A.
So wait, why did it say bikes only? Did you figure that out? Was it just like just bikes?
It was only for bikes.
I know, but I didn't know if there was like a specific reason.
Oh, because they go fast. It was a skinny trail, and bikes go fast on it, so don't want to get knocked out.
It'd be funny if it was like in a tunnel, and the tunnel was like dark, and it was like you just got nailed. Like you couldn't get out of the way because like it was a skinny tunnel.
There's nowhere to jump.
Boom, gotcha.
Yeah,
that'd be another bike story for you.
Dude, me and bikes just don't mix. My bike is broken.
I
fell off my bike like 2 months ago in the woods, and I got all scraped up. My bike has been broken since. It's already been broken.
Did the chain come off or something, or is it just like?
Yeah, the thing is totaled, bruh. Thing is messed up for reals.
Poor bike.
Yeah,
you and bikes. Just
it was free. It was a free bike on the side of the road, so it lived a good life. Almost a year.
Wait, why was it free on the side of the road?
I don't know. Someone in our neighborhood just had it in their yard and had a sign that said "Take."
Oh, I thought you just stole someone's bike. You're like, it was in their driveway. It was in their driveway, so I just took it.
No, it had a sign that said "Take."
Oh, okay.
And they had like an odometer.
It was in their garage, so I went in there and I took it.
It had a lock on it for some reason, so I had to get that off.
I got lock cutters and cut it, and then I took it. And then there were signs all up on the neighborhood saying someone stole someone's bike. I don't know what it was about.
They didn't say to bring lock cutters. I just figured I should. I didn't expect the lock to be there. But no, but actually it had an odometer on it, and it had like 1 million miles on it. So I took the odometer off, which took off the miles.
Oh yeah, so that means it's fine. So that's like if you get a car and you just somehow restart the mileage, then it's perfectly fine. The car's brand new. Speaking
of car, I got gas today.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say you got a car, and I was like, I thought we already went over that.
No, I washed it the other day too.
Oh,
so I got some washy stuff for Easter or
taking
cleaning supplies.
Your washy stuff. I got some washy stuff.
Now I can't wash it because the pollen is crazy around here.
Your car's not black, though, right?
No, it is.
Oh yeah, it's worse on black cars.
The pollen is everywhere.
But
and also birds like to dookie on it.
Yeah, and it's more visible.
And that shows up pretty bad.
Yeah,
but it's okay. Called the Black Stallion.
Yeah, cars are
black. It doesn't have a name, but Wednesday went to Belle Isle, and then we went to this place called Bottoms Up Pizza. Shout out! Oh, well, now everyone knows where I live, even though you already did.
Yeah,
but
we already said that.
If you've been to Bottoms Up Pizza, don't ever go again. Well,
that's not what I was expecting.
Okay,
at all.
the pizza is very like. Oh, what is wrong with my lighting?
I don't know.
The pizza is good. The pizza was very good. It was gigantic, but We were outside. First of all, it was very hot, but like you can't do anything. That doesn't have to do with the restaurant itself, but the location. It's literally right under the railroad,
So
and
it's
like the
loud.
train was going. There was literally a train going for like, I don't know, if I'm being realistic, 20 minutes straight, and it was the loudest. Like, I don't ever think I've heard a noise that loud in my life, if I'm being honest. Like rock concert, like
Yeah.
rock concerts,
Nothing beats
like
the
that's what it
train.
was equivalent to.
Oh.
Yeah, honestly, like it was literally like right above us. It was
Okay.
so loud.
Is that all you have to say about it?
Yeah. You want to know what's a funny joke? It's like a funny like thing to say to people.
Sure.
Like
What is it?
the other day, like I could say to someone like the other day I was talking to Cameron.
You just don't say anything?
That's it. The other day I was talking to Cameron, but the way I said it made it seem like I was gonna
Like
say
you were gonna
something
say
else.
something
Like
else?
the other day I was talking to Cameron,
You jokester.
and that was it.
Yeah. Get people really wondering what you were gonna say.
I'm somewhat of a prankster. I'm the Joker.
Yeah.
You want to hear my Joker impression? I think I've done it before.
Yeah, I think you have. Let's save that for another episode.
Let's do it now.
Okay, fine. Do one real quick. Real quick.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Yep, you've done this one before.
My father was a fiend. And one day he came out. I can't remember what he says. And he put the knife in my mouth and said, let's put a smile on that face. And then he put then he put the knife. And he said, why so serious? Was that good?
Sounds like a snake. More of an. It sounds like
Falcon.
Sounds like the. Oh, you're doing Batman.
I'm Batman.
You sounded like the not the Batman one, the Joker one. You sounded like
Snake from Jungle Book.
No, yeah, or when they talk to the snakes in Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Yeah, that. Let's get into our recommendations before we wrap up this episode. I recommend.
Sorry, wandering off.
No, it's okay. We do that. They know that by now that we do that. I recommend go stream Roadrunner. I've already recommended that.
Of course.
But do it again.
Of course it was going to be music.
You do music too.
Just
if you want to
kidding.
do music.
I was actually going to do music.
Okay, do music too.
Actually, fidgety.
Yeah.
Learn how to juggle.
Oh, that's a new one.
My arm is so sore for what, bro? It's been so sore for like 3 days, and I don't know why.
It's the trail, the walk, swinging your arms.
I'm getting my vaccination on Wednesday, the first dosage.
Oh, I can't get it yet because of the COVID that I got.
Oh, not funny.
Yeah. Rip.
But learn to juggle. I learned to juggle about probably a year ago at this point. So I've been juggling for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And it's a test of dedication and patience.
It's a test of dedication.
What's so funny about that? You try to juggle, partner.
No, I can't juggle. I wasn't saying I could juggle.
It's a major test of strength.
Okay.
That's a reference to Zelda Breath of the Wild. You wouldn't get it because some of the shrines say a major test of strength, and it's a major test of strength. Then there's a big boss that you have to fight.
Well, that wraps up this episode. Jackson went on a little rant there at the end. But this wraps up our episode. Jackson, would you like to hit him with it? Wait, before you say that, I always say hit him with it. Like you actually like hitting them. But hit him with it anyways. With the outro.
Peace and elbow grease.
I just realized I stopped the recording.
No.
I can edit it in. I'm gonna do a lot of editing. Okay. See you guys.
Sorry, I'm so off today. Oh, they're still recording.